All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Prize Crossword. Now, I rarely do the prize. I don't know why I don't. I should. But Adrian, in a comment the other day, said I should have a look at this or that I would need a thesaurus. So I took a quick look and immediately saw in all of the across clues, yes, there does seem to be something funny going on here. So just because it is, that's very impressive. Hopefully it's all fair and above board. But anyway, set by Paul, let me have a go at this. Puzzle, short name. Yeah, I've no idea, but I suppose I should be thinking of words for puzzle. Of course, it could be a verb, it could be a noun, it can be different types of puzzle. I mean, crossword has 9 letters, but that's not short name. All right, puzzled when in a jam. Berry? I don't know. Puzzle, parody about prayer. Puzzling. Well, I wonder if parody, maybe a word for parody goes around an anagram of prayer to make puzzle. But what's a then there would be a 3-letter parody. I can only think of skit. Yeah, don't get that. Puzzled, female puzzle setter. Well, puzzle setter would usually be I or me. So could it be a 3-letter female followed by me? I don't think it's going to end in I for puzzled. No. Puzzled as in wobbly, question mark. Well, the word unsure came to mind, I think maybe because of the question mark more than anything. But I think if you're unsure on your legs, you might be a little wobbly. And if you're puzzled, I mean, I've nothing else, so let me write that in and we'll see. Let's try these downs. Fastener put, oh yeah, and of course, the downs, well, there's one puzzling, but fortunately, we seem to have normal clues down. Yeah, that might be my way in. Fastener put forward, we hear. So a homophone for put forward, promote, advance. What would a fastener be? Oh, a button? Put forward, button, butt in. Yeah, I don't see how that would work. All right, how about bubbly rendition of some opus? Well, I'm thinking it's going to be an anagram of some opus meaning bubbly, and we do have a U. So, yeah, unsure, maybe right. So, yeah, let's try the anagram helper. God knows I can use all the help I can get with this one, I think. What's the ending going to be? Bubbly. Bubbly as in champagne? Oh, could it be a type of champagne? Spew, manti, no. Yikes, yeah, I'm not seeing that. Poss mouse, no. No, I don't see that. Report written up about evacuation of desolate country. All right, I think it's going to be a country. We're going to evacuate desolate to leave DE. And then we're going to have maybe a word for report. written upwards or reverse. That's going to go around the DE. What country is that with DE inside it? And what would I, yeah, report then must begin with E. Yeah, I'm going to pause and just run through the alphabet quickly, trying to think of a country. Well, even before I did that, the first country I thought of with DE was Sweden, and now that I pause and think about it, we have news written about it. So unfortunately, the only one I had in the acrosses turns out to be wrong. All right, puzzled as in wobbly. No. Oh, we have a nice W for our short name. No. All right, excitement, America in song after leader deposed. I think the definition will be excitement. And I think we're going to put America, which might be simply A or it could be US. And we're going to put it in a word for song without its first letter. I don't see that. Artists, puzzling, pass. No. Device finally secured by nuts and English fastener. Oh dear, another fastener. Maybe it is a fastener, a something pin. Although English is surely E, so we're going to put some type of device inside a word for nuts. Nuts, of course, could be an anagram indicator, but I don't think it is here. Something tie, not a zip tie, fastener, no. Drab digs, that's a great clue. Pithy. Digs can mean I like something, she digs it, but it could just be digs as in, oh, flat. Yes, something is drab, I suppose it's a little bit flat. Oh yeah, I'm going to carry on with the downs. Painted veil with rose covers. Yeah, I don't get that. Somewhat unenlightened, darkest Scandinavian literature. Well, somewhat we've seen frequently indicates a hidden clue. So within unenlightened darkness, we have the Edda, which I think is an old mythological tale in Scandinavia. All right, troubleshooter, rock of the communications industry. No. Reportedly, that sounds like an anagram or a homophone, I should say. Officers in bits. I'm wondering about kernels. Could kernels with a K mean bits? I think kernels, I mean, they can be the core of something as the kernel. It means 20 across would end in maybe something me, puzzling, as name appears in men. No. US author has way to go in tale about chicken. Oh, I wonder if it could be a US author. I'm thinking of O. Henry just because of its 1-5. Has way to go. Oh, and of course, the chicken, yes, is a hen. All right. And a tale is a story, but the ST for street or way has to go from that. and then it goes around the hen. All right. Slow and steady. Ordered system, for example, in ice crystals. Yeah, that confuses me. Hang around for commentary of Birmingham match. I wonder if commentary might be a homophone. But what would a Birmingham match be? Brum something. Hang around for. No. All right, with a heavy heart, I'm going back to the acrosses. Where did I leave off? Oh, that was my puzzled as is. Oh, as is wobbly. Oh, I think I read as in wobbly, but puzzled. Yeah. Puzzled as the entire sailing fleet. Ah, all right. So finally, get one here. I think it was saying the entire and having that L. I thought all. And I suppose if you're puzzled, you might be all at sea, and the entire sailing fleet might be all at sea. Whew. Puzzled by weak broadcast. Well, broadcast is a common homophone indicator. So something for weak. That's going to mean puzzled. No. Puzzled out. Well, out can be an anagram indicator, but that T, no, is not going to be an anagram. No, here is our puzzling. Oh, his name appears in men. Beyond me? Ah, yes, I was just thinking of a word that would end, six-letter word end in O something D. Unfortunately, I thought of beyond, and if something is puzzling, it's beyond me. And name can be represented, excuse me, by N. And in the word men, it appears beyond after ME. That's clever. Puzzle strain. Oh, I'm sure that's a double definition, and there's a word at the back of my mind to puzzle over something, to really, yeah, I should get that. Puzzle dandy. Well, the dandy was a comic, but might be a dandy as in somebody who's careful in their appearance, maybe a bit vain. Oh, of course, dandy is also D and Y. I don't know if that helps. Probably not. Puzzling array of giant mice. Well, I think to array can mean to lay out things, so maybe we rearrange giant mice to make a word for puzzling. Oh, we do have ing within giant, so that leaves over at mice for puzzling. I'm going to pause and work this one out. Ah, no, let's do it with the anagram helper so you can spot it before I do. That's puzzling. Surely it's ing. Oh, it could be ant, of course. Meat icing. Yeah, I'm not seeing any good anagrams with the ing ending, so I think that must be wrong. Yeah, I'm going to work this one out on paper, I think. Ah, yes, and because of Adrian's comment about the thesaurus, I did think about enigmatic at the beginning before I started recording. And there it is. Giant mice are enigmatic. All right, puzzling, barrier back in grid. Ooh, yeah, it sounds like maybe we have to reverse a word for barrier, but then we would have to put that inside a word for grid, and 5 letters doesn't seem enough for all of that. All right, puzzled having guzzled, dummy going in. Well, I think there must be something significant about puzzled and guzzled. So something like G for P or rhyming or something. Dummy going in. No, I don't see it. All right, I really don't have too many great letters, do I? Oh, okay, so I think this one must be kernels. I'm going to put it in anyway, and we'll see what would that do for my puzzled having guzzled dummy going in. Do we anagram guzzled and then put something for dummy inside it? No. This our ordered system, for example, in ice crystals now has a G. That should be useful. What would an ordered... Oh, for example, I think might be EG, and that goes inside 4 letters for ice crystals, and it's going to mean an ordered system. Yeah, let me pause and think about what the first letter might be. No, I'm not thinking of anything for that, so my EG may not be right. Oh, yeah, so device finally secured. Well, surely device finally is the E, and that is secured by nuts and English. Fastener. I'm wondering if it's is there a type of fastener that's a something I, and nuts could be something like potty, crazy, fastener, something I do like that, but yeah, I feel like there is some sort of eye and hook or something system, or yeah, let me pause and think about more words for nuts. No, I can't think of anything that might be. But I did look again at Seven Across and realized, well, this might be crossword because if you're short with somebody, you are cross with them. And I think if you name something, I don't know, or something has a name, then that's a word. I don't know about that. I feel that's a little loosey goosey, but I think it may be right. Um, we'll find out next week, of course. All right, fastener put forward we hear. So it does sound like it's going to be a pro something word, propel, but fastener. Well, at least I know it's not button. No. And here's, yeah, let me try that anagram helper now for some opus with the S there. And it's going to mean bubbly. Yeah, what's going to come before the S? It's probably the E. Wobbly, yeah. If it's some type of champagne, I may not have heard of it. Or it could be OS, but I don't think so. Shampoo, almost. Oh, some kind of soup. No, I think I'm just wasting my time and yours with that. All right, can't get that one. I did have to go to wordplays.com with the R and the A to see what word would fit that. And I saw arousal, of course, is excitement. And so the song is a carol, C-A-R-O-L. We drop the C and we insert USA. All right. So now puzzle, parody about prayer, puzzling. Ah, conundrum must be this puzzle. Um, Parody about prayer, puzzling. Where's even the prayer? I have parody about. Yeah, I mean, it may not be right, but with the D and the U, I'd have to think that's right. But I don't understand why it would be. Ah, so that's interesting having another vowel there. So I think that must be a vowel fastener, probably double O. Put forward, we hear. No, we have another letter for our bubbly. Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to pause and look up types of champagne, maybe. All right, apparently it is a Spanish sparkling wine, Espumoso. That is a new one on me. All right, so now puzzled as is wobbly. Yeah, I don't see that one either. Artists puzzling pass. I mean, could it be an artist? Who's a six-letter artist ending in T? Was there a Tissot? I don't have anything new for that. Dear, oh dear. Puzzled by week broadcast. Yeah, you know what? I think I am going to go to a thesaurus. I should have done this at the beginning and looked up puzzled or puzzle. Well, I had to use word plays again for this one and went through a few pages before I saw floored. So I'm not sure if floored, although I am floored by this crossword. I don't know though if it really means puzzled, but I think it's one of those English homophones where it sounds like flawed. I think that's what it is anyway. Let's try our painted veil with rose covers. Is it going to mean painted? And then we have a veil and maybe a word for rose covers it, which rose could be the flower or the verb. But painted, no, that L may not be, so floored may not be right. All right, puzzle, dandy. Yeah, I looked at words for puzzle or puzzled. Yeah, it didn't really help me. None of them jumped out. puzzle strain. Yeah, that one I definitely should know. This was our ordered system. Ice crystals. I still can't think of another word for ice crystals. And hang around for commentary of Birmingham match. No. Yeah. Well, thank you to Adrian for suggesting this one to me, but yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, artists, puzzling pass. Could it be an anagram of artist? And it's going to mean pass? I'm not sure what that anagram would be. Oh, straight, I think, is an anagram of artist, but does that mean the same as pass? I don't think so, but I'll leave it in. Puzzled when in a jam. Could this be something to do with a traffic jam or... Yeah, I don't see that either. And here's puzzled, female puzzle setter. Could it be a reference to one of the Guardian's crossword setters, like Arachne? I don't think so. Yeah, all right, I'm going to go back to word plays and yeah, let's try this one. It took me a long time even to find this on word plays because I didn't spot how the word was a fastener at first. I saw brooch. I just think of it as a piece of jewelry, but I suppose it maybe was its original purpose more practical to hold your whatever together. And it does sound like to broach a subject is to put it forward. All right, so now our puzzled, as is wobbly. Wow. So is it CHSHTH? Oh, I think if you're thrown, maybe? Oh, you throw a wobbly. So as is a wobbly gets thrown, you might be thrown. All right. And after almost 30 minutes, actually a good 30 minutes by the clock, I've got the top left done. My goodness. Now I know why I don't do the prize. Puzzled when in a jam. Oh, yes, if you're jammed in, I suppose something is jammed in, it's stuck. Just like I have been for most of this. All right, device finally secured by nuts and English fastener. Yeah, let me pause and try word plays for this one. All right, so yeah, word plays gave me this one. I don't think I did say something and maybe I should have thought for nuts screwy, but apparently there's something called a screw eye. All right, so now our puzzled female puzzle setter. I'm wondering about dazed, but I don't know how that would work for female and puzzle setter. No. I mean, could it be a dog of some kind, a setter? Yeah, I don't see that. Puzzled out. what's the sense of out here? You can be put out, you can be sent out, you can be out and about. You can be absent, I suppose, out. Is it going to be AT or ST? I think maybe ST. Yeah, I think it might be an past tense, puzzled. Yeah, I don't see it. All right. I have a feeling all these others, there are just too many possibilities to even use wordplays.com. Puzzled, having guzzled, dummy, going in. A dummy maybe could be like a doll, so maybe it's a word for guzzled, like drunk, and then we put a word for dummy inside it, and it's going to mean puzzled. Yeah, let me pause and see if I can find any good words for guzzled. Well, I do see a good word for puzzled. Might be flummoxed, which has UMM, the inner letters of dummy. But then around it we have floxed. Foxed, of course, can be puzzled. Oh, I know, I think a lummox. Ah, yes, I think you big lummox. I don't think I've ever seen it written down, but I think that's a dummy. And that has fed inside, around it, I should say. Ah, all right. Ah, of course, a regime, I suppose, might be an ordered system. And it is, e.g., for example, inside rhyme type of frost, I suppose, would be ice crystals. All right, so now our puzzle strain begins with R. Oh, I didn't think rebus might have been one of them. Obviously not this 6 letters, but to riddle. Yes, I think if you use some kind of a sieve to strain out things, you are riddling it, and a riddle is a puzzle. All right, troubleshooter, rock of the communications industry, question mark. I think troubleshooter will be the definition, but I'm not seeing a good word for that. All right, I think I'm going to have to, just because it's getting dark here, I'm going to have to use word plays for this one too. I don't know if I would have thought of this word as meaning troubleshooter. Maybe it's because of my IT background, but to me, a troubleshooter is someone who gets to the bottom of a problem. But I think the answer is mediator. And so the communications industry is media, and a rock might be a little hill, a tor. I think that's how that's working anyway. All right, hang around for commentary of Birmingham match. Well, to hang around surely would be loiter. But how is that commentary? Is it a homophone loiter, loiter? Is that like in a Midlands? I think maybe in a Midlands accent, lighter, like a cigarette lighter, which is not a match. But I think maybe they would say loiter. I thought that was more maybe West Country who are, but who knows? All right, puzzled out. I wonder if it could be stamped. Oh no, stumped, of course. That's a good old cricket reference. If you're out in cricket, maybe the question mark is suggesting, I think here, one example of that might be if you are stumped. Not exactly sure what the definition of that is, but definitely puzzled is stumped. All right, just this one, and A and E are just so unhelpful. I know I hate getting an A and E in Wordle. Female puzzle setter, maven. Yeah, I have no idea what. I think I may have to just leave that one blank. Still don't have anything, and I'm still not sure floored is right. Yeah, puzzle dandy. Maybe it's just dandy, as in everything is fine and dandy, everything is good, but it's hard to think of a word that would mean that and puzzle, unless it's a type of a puzzle. Puzzling barrier back in grid. Oh, is there a UK like electricity grid? That's maybe a 2-letter abbreviation. Or railway, RY. Well, let me try and think of a word for puzzling that would have an R in that position. Well, I went to wordplays.com and the word weird, I think, is the closest to puzzling. Barrier back in grid. Can wed be grid? I don't think so. A weir? No, I have no idea. But I also looked at 15 down and I saw at wordplays.com among the possibilities lies over, which, excuse me, is a funny, it's not really I don't think it's a common phrase, right? We all know what it means. But I think that's if something covers something, it lies over it. And I think it's an anagram of veil with rose. And so painted somehow is telling us to anagram that. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. Okay, puzzle, dandy. Let me pause and think about that one. All right, luckily there was a word that I think means both. Might be a poser. So certainly a poser is a question that is posed to you that you can't answer easily. And is a dandy a poser? I think when I was young, we used it more for somebody who affected to belong to a social group, like somebody who pretended to be punk, but they really weren't. They were a poser. But maybe it can be a dandy as well. All right, I'm going to leave 10 across unfilled in. So let's see which of you will be the first to set me straight on that when this comes out next week. I will wait until the next week's prize puzzle is out before I publish this video. Yeah, they are very, very difficult. So thank you to Adrian for suggesting it. Let me know how you got on with it. If you did better than I did, I'm sure you did. Anyway, thanks as always for watching and have a great day.